Hello everyone, it's Jessica here, and I'm back with another scrapbook process video for you for the Peartree Cutfiles design team. And today I am going to be using this 31 cut file, which is kind of a spooky Halloween themed cut file for the month of October. And I'm going to be showing you my layout for the October Peartree Cutfiles online cybercrop. So my challenge was to do the Tic Tac Toe board, and you could choose any three things as long as one included a cut file. So I chose splatters and stitching for mine, and I went ahead and matted my photos twice and distressed the edges with my close to my heart edge distresser. And I've cut my cut file out as big as I could possibly get it, and that was 11.5 inches on my Cricut. And then I went ahead and distressed the edges of that as well. And I'm going to be using the Simple Stories line. I believe this one is called Boo Crew. Yes, it's called Boo Crew. So that's the line that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to use this fun background paper behind it with the little stars on it. And I've added some machine stitching to my layout, as you can see here in the close-up. And then here is my other element that I'm going to show you, which is the splatters. So I'm using various distress oxides for this. I'm using a few colors, which I'll pop down below for you. I think Rusty Hinge and Crackling Campfire is another one. Yeah. But I'll list them all for you down below. I do use some Lindy's gold too. And then I just kind of heat that up a little bit in between these layers, because I don't want them to blend together too much. I don't mind so much if they blend a little bit, but I kind of want to keep them a little bit more distinct. So I did dry it a little bit there before I threw on that gold, because the gold seems a little bit more liquidy to me and not as chalky. So it seems like it bleeds more and kind of blends together more with the other colors. So I wanted to kind of dry that between. And then I just dab up the excess with some paper towel. And I want to go ahead and add some white as well, and this is what makes it really pop. I love doing white speckles on top of black or a dark background. It's just so pretty and just adds so much dimension to your pages. So I just water down a little bit of just some plain white acrylic paint. That's all that is. And then I use that masking technique. I already cut a couple circles to use as my mask on my Cricut as well, just with using the basic circle shape. So just adding my photo back in here. This is the photo actually of me and my brother and sister and our cousin from Halloween a long time ago, whenever I was only about probably 4 or 5 years old. And we obviously were trick-or-treating and having a good time by the looks of things. It looks like my mom just kind of threw on whatever she had at home. Because I think she told me the one time she actually bought the masks, but the other stuff we had at home. So it was just fun and crazy that we can look back at this photo and see that we pretty much just kind of dressed in whatever she could find us, which was perfectly fine for us, and we did not care at all. As long as we got some candy, we were happy. So so that's our photo, and I'm just gonna pop that down there. And then I'm just going through the bits and pieces of the ephemera, and there's a lot of cute pieces in this line. I really kind of had trouble choosing which ones to use because they're all so cute. And you're talking to the girl that actually does not like Halloween. I mean, I shouldn't say that I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite holiday, and we don't really celebrate it. So I have 2 little boys, ages 3 and a year and a half, and we've never celebrated it. I've never dressed them up. They haven't worn any costumes. We've never went out for Halloween. We just kind of do whatever. It's just kind of another day for us. So I was kind of excited that this was a Halloween challenge month, because it pushed me out of my comfort zone to scrap Halloween and use some of these supplies that I've had in the Halloween theme box for quite a while now. So I'm pretty happy that I get to use them. And I love all of the colors. I love the orange, the blacks, and I love mixing purple in with it. So if you had purple with this, purple looks awesome with black and orange for some odd, strange reason, but I absolutely love that combination. And I wanted to use some purple on this, but I couldn't find any in this line, so I wanted to stick with this collection because I find sometimes whenever I mix collections, I have a harder time getting things to match up and look okay. So I try to stick with the same collection, although Halloween, you can pretty much mix and match any lines or collections with this because they pretty much all have the same basic colors. So it's an easy one to mix up. But I love this cute little spider. I thought it looked cute just popping him right on there on top of that number 1 and just kind of like he's sitting on there and he's just kind of waiting for an adventure. And then I added some stars and some candy all around my layout, and originally I was going to go with the die cut little bats there, but I wanted to add some additional dimension to my page, so I did use the chipboard ones. So that's what they are. So I like to make my own journaling strips, so that's what I've done here off camera. I've already cut them down to size and written my journaling pieces, but I totally forgot. I haven't done this technique in a while, so I wanted to do it on here where I cut my edges down so it looks like I've ripped them, kind of like washi tape, which I'm actually going to throw in below this too, so I'm super excited because anytime I get to use my washi tape, that makes me super happy. I have a giant bin of washi tape and I honestly don't do it enough. I need to use it more, so anytime I get to throw some of that on a layout, I'm super excited. So I just cut the edges down, kind of like I ripped them like washi tape, and then I'm going to put this extra little sticker here on top as kind of like another journaling piece, and I'm going to throw in my extra little tab that I cut as well because I do decide that that's going to look cute underneath there. So originally I was going to add some thread. As you can see in the top corner there on the right, I have thread laid out, but I completely forgot about it. And you know what? It's probably okay because it would look cute, but sometimes I go a little bit overboard with embellishing and it's just a lot to look at. So I feel like that probably would have happened with this layout. It just would have been a little bit too much. So I'm kind of glad that I did forget about it. But originally I was going to mix the orange and black together. So here's my finished layout. And I hope you guys can join along with us in our Peartree Cutfiles group. We have prizes for you to win, so be sure to get your entries into the proper albums and play along. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much.